Hey, this is Wookie from Mandala Studios. Welcome to the workshop. Today's video is part 2 of making more foam antlers finishing. To start off with, we're going to coat them in caulking. For this, we get an acrylic caulk, just the cheapest we can find, mix it with a little bit of water to make it brushable in a little silicone bowl, and then brush and stipple it on the whole surface. We're trying to do this for a few reasons. First of all, it acts as a really good primer adhesion coat for both the foam and the Plastidip interface. It homogenizes any imperfections in the gluing, using as a little filler if any gaps have appeared on the edges of things. It is also really good because it adds some texture and fills any of the pore texture visible in the foam, particularly in this case because we used Plastizote for parts of it that has a visible pore texture, and this fills that in. And it allows us to build any texture up design wise we want on the whole thing, so we can brush it in directions and create some sort of striation looking things as required. We can also apply it thicker in places to create bumps and other marks and things from the whole natural look we're trying to get from the horn textureness. You can see here we're just grabbing a little palette knife and we're just adding some bumps into the surface by dabbing it on and into the wet. Once that's all done, we're going to spray it in Plastidip. So in the spray booth, wearing a mask, we just spray quite a thick coat of Plastidip over. We can add a couple of coats of this if we need to get any points that we miss on the first time, but it's just an easy spray. I like to use this tan Plastidip for this. Sometimes I'll use black if I'm trying to create a different colour horn, but painting the base colour that where I'm close to aiming is normally easier. Now, talking of painting, when we get to the airbrushing, I managed to fail to record the entire thing, so here's me just quickly airbrushing some other random antlers we did a while ago, just to fill in the gaps. It's just a case of adding some browns, adding some blacks, just whatever needs to get it to the look we're kind of aiming for. Now we're going to make the headband thing, so we just take one of our heads that we mount on a little board for lining up horns with, and we're going to trace onto it with a bit of paper and just draw a quick pattern. Gives an idea of where we want things to go. Then we cut that out by tracing it onto some leather and just cut that out with some scissors or a knife. I'm making two sets at once, and I probably should have edited that down. There we go. Then once we've got that headband done, we punch some holes in it, and we're going to screw that up into the back of the headband, through the back of the headband into the base of the horn. So we quickly glue gun it in place to give it something to hold it in, and then we just put some screws into the back to hold everything firmly in place. And again, quick glue gun, position, screw. Because these are quite big, we're using 2 screws, so they get some lateral stability. Then we take another thin cup of leather and rivet that around the base of the horn so it's nice and securely sort of sealed in and hides the transition from the leather headband to the foam horn where it'll never stick quite nicely. Once that's done, we grab some shock cord and just tie it through. I like using shock cord, it makes it nice and adjustable. Then we glue gun some felt onto the back. It's important that we use a glue gun for this because it helps fill the space around the screws and the rivets. We originally used contact adhesive and it was too tight a seal, so glue gun fills that gap, makes it a bit more comfortable to wear. Once that's covered, there you go. Thanks very much for watching, see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe.